this is Cat's Diamond Painting. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've joined me here before. I'm here today to do an unboxing of one of my recent purchases, which is Dark Snow by Barrett Biggers at Diamond Art Club. Excuse the reflection of my camera there, which is making it quite hard to actually see anything. But yeah, we'll get into this and have a closer look at the picture anyway. So this painting came out a couple of weeks ago. And it was one that grew on me over the course of the week. So Diamond Art Club puts on their Facebook page previews of the pictures that are coming up in a week. And at first glance, I wasn't necessarily that blown over. I mean, I liked it, but you know, I wasn't sure. And then every time I looked at it, because I did find myself going back to look at it, which is, you know, your first clue that I'm going to end up succumbing. I liked it a little bit more. And then in the end, what sold it to me is that I had been put off by this. Oh, sorry, not the camera there. I had been put off by the size because it's 65 by 98 centimeters. And I do try to only buy the really big ones if I love them. But then I saw the sneak peek video that was put out about it, and there is a lot of colour blocking in this painting, so I figured that it wouldn't take too long because of the bits that I could whiz through. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself, but basically I bought it a couple of weeks ago. As I say, it came out, and I think it was shipped express to me and got to me later that same week. It is so speedy when Diamond Art Club sends things by express shipping internationally. Like, you would not believe how quickly things can get here. It's a square painting, if you didn't catch that square branding there. So let's take a look. I'm excited because, having decided eventually that yes, I was in love with it and I did need it for my collection. And then I really like the fact that it's a bit different. You know, I've got a few in my stash that aren't ones that I would normally go for necessarily, but something about them has just appealed to me. And then those ones are quite fun because they're ones that are just going to be a bit of a change, you know. I'm thinking about things like Magic Rat, for instance, that I unboxed it in the early part of this year. And it's absolutely not my usual style, but I love that picture. Anyway, I'm rambling. So my little sticker that comes in here, I'm going to pop on the side of the box as I normally do for storage. And then let's take a look at what I've got in here. So I'll have a quick look at the toolkit. This is a square toolkit, so it should include tweezers. And let me see what goodies I got. Excuse me if you hear any scrabbling noises behind me, by the way. I've closed the door so that I can film in privacy, and my cat hates closed doors because, you know, cat. He doesn't want to come in the room. He just doesn't want to be shut out of the room. He's got the run of the whole of the rest of the house. So yeah, I'm going to continue to ignore him. Okay, so you get in a Diamond Art Club toolkit a pen and matching comfort grip. The colour will vary from kit to kit, but they always coordinate with each other within one kit. Here are my tweezers. Branded tweezers saying Diamond Art Club, with a little cover because they are very sharp. They're actually not the sharpest I've had, but they're pretty pokey. Could do some damage with them. You get a roll of baggies. I use these when I'm kitting down and storing drills. Lots of people use them for kitting up, but they're useful to have. Ooh, lovely washi tape. Very pretty. I like that one a lot. Washi tape, I don't typically use a whole lot because I don't bother putting it around the edges of my paintings, and I don't section off that way. But I have recently started using it because I've got a bigger light pad than I used to have. And if I'm working on a smaller painting, I can't necessarily clip it to the edges of the light pad anymore because it might be a lot smaller. So I asked a friend how she does it, and she said, well, I just use washi tape. And I was like, oh, duh, why didn't I think of that? So yeah, this will come in handy. My cover minder is one of these little macarons. These ones are funny. They've been selling these ever since they started putting cover minders in kits. A lot of the others vary, but the macarons seem to be eternal. So there's a little yellow one. I have got 2 plates of heart-shaped wax. I don't personally use pink wax anymore, but it is a good pink wax as they go. And I've got a 4 and 7 placer. Oh, focus. a 4 and 7 placer in the thin plastic multi-placers that I find pretty good. And last but not least, a little tray and stopper. So there you go. Those are all the goodies that you get with a Diamond Art Club toolkit. So I'll just pack this away. Okay. So Barrett Biggers, the artist of this painting, has quite a few pieces licensed and brought out as diamond paintings with Diamond Art Club. And they're ones that I have always admired, but there's not been one that has made me really want to go for it until now. And actually I have one other that I got recently, which I will show you in another video. So yeah, I feel like I've kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I've kind of, now I've started buying this artist's paintings, I might find it a little harder to stop because I do really enjoy them. So I'm just taking my dust cover off, and it's the obligatory canvas stroke. I love Diamond Art Club's canvases, as I always say. Right, so big roller drills on the inside, and here is a better picture of the artwork for you. So it is a very cool piece of art, and it is darker in theme than a lot of the things I go for, but it's not all dark colours. I know I said about the colour blocking and the black in the middle that sold me on it, but that was about a speed thing. I really love all these colours around the edges and the little details. So it's obviously based on Snow White, isn't it? So you've got the face in the mirror and the apple, and the forest and all that kind of thing. It's very, very cool and imaginative. 60 colours I've got in here. So let's just check. I've got 2 AB colours, Aurora Borealis drills with an extra special coating. And then I have got 2 fairy dust drills with a Z at the front of them. So 4 special drills in total to add some glitz and glamour. I'll have a look later and see where those go. And then I've also got a thank you for your purchase leaflet. Very useful if you haven't bought from Diamond Art Club, because you've got things like discount codes, you've got links to their social media, you've got links to tips and tricks videos and all of that kind of good stuff. So yeah, take a look at that. I'm looking again at the colours as well. Like I was just saying, although a lot of this is going to be black, and I know from seeing the sneak peek there are a lot of bags of black drills, there's lots of colours going on, aren't there? It's quite a bright, vibrant colour palette that you get a hint of from the sticker sheets. I like it. Okay, let's take a little look at the drills. I'm not going to get them all out, but I just want to show you some of the highlights. So bear with me while I get this open. Okay, I'm not going to unravel all this, but I just wanted to show you how there are. Are you ready for this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 bags of 310, the black DMC colour. I don't think I've ever had a painting where I've had so many of one particular colour before. It's going to be a lot. Like, the colour blocking element drew it to me, and yet I won't massively enjoy that part. It's just about how it'll make it go quicker. But I do love having dark patches in paintings and then bright colours popping out around them. So that is what I will focus on if I need some motivation. Right. I also see here, not doing a very good job of keeping these together, one of the fairy dust drills. So let's bring that in, convince the camera to focus on it, and see if you can spot it, because it's quite hard to pick up fairy dust drills within the bag on camera, because it's quite a subtle glittery effect. So it's like a cross between normal matte drills and AB drills, and you sort of have to look a bit closer to get the glitter effect, but I do really enjoy them. Can I find anything else? I'm just looking on here to get an idea of what colour. So there's a bluish fairy dust and then a green and white AB. So I see the white AB, 2 bags there of 141. Very pretty, very commonly used AB there. And, oh, I thought I saw a glimpse of something else, but now I can't see it. Oh, there's the green. I recognise that colour. You get that one in Spangler paintings, I think. And then, can I find the last fairy dust drill? It's harder to look for because they are more subtle. The answer so far is no, I cannot find it, but I will keep looking. Right, got it. Here you go. And it might, when my camera decides to focus, be a little easier to see, just because it's lighter. You get a bit of the glitter there? Right, let me pack these away. They've got far more unravel than I intended. This upsets me. Okay, and just before I put the drills to one side, just to show you, there's a sticker there. So if you do like to store your canvases and drills separately, as some people do to save space, you can do that pretty easily. Okay, let's take a look. I'm gonna roll it back on itself. Because it's poured glue, this is the easiest and quickest way to flatten them. I know some people like to get their canvases out and lay them under books and that kind of thing, or hang them to flatten them, and whatever works for you is fine. But I have to say, I've never found that I've needed to do anything more than this, and maybe lifting up the plastic cover and smoothing it down again. And then it's perfectly flat enough for me to work with. Okay. Wow, look at all that colour blocking. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to show it all to you in one go, but I will pan over it in a minute, as I always do. So for now, I will just scroll up, as it were. So that's the bottom half. And then I'll show you the top half. Here it is. It's so pretty. This top half's definitely my favourite, with the outline of her face and then some really nice bright vibrant colours around the edges. But yeah, do you see what I mean about the colour blocking? It's just 310 central. I realise as well, I've never done a big painting where, you know, one of the sizes like 98 centimetres like this one, where it's in portrait direction. I've only ever done landscapes like that, so that will be a bit different. But I do really love the sort of abstract-y nature of this. I suppose that makes it more my normal cup of tea than other things. And it's going to be such a contrast between the massive amounts of colour blocking and then some quite bitty detailed sections around the outside. I would say there is a decent amount of confetti that I'm looking at as well. So it would be quite good for someone like me who works in rows, that it will all get broken up. You know, I'll do a confetti bit on the outside, then I'll work through the middle and it'll be more colour blocky, and then confetti on the other side. I also am really impressed with the render of aspects of this that I saw in the picture on Diamond Art Club's website, because things like this little face in the mirror, it comes out really well. It's hard to see on the canvas, but actually I'm looking in the viewfinder and it does have this really ghostly glowing effect that is just so clever. These flowers, it's beautiful. Really stunning canvas. Right, I'm going to stop gawping at it and I'm going to pan over it so that you can see things in a little bit more up close detail. And then I'm going to come back and try and spot where some of those special drills go. Losing track of my words today. Right, here you go. So there it is. Right, as I said, I'm going to have a look and see if I can find some of these special drills. So there weren't huge amounts of any of them, so I might not be able to pick them all out, but let's see what I can find. So the symbol for the green AB is this number 1, and I see some of that over here and a little bit on that side as well. And then moving to the top half. Yeah, there's some in the plants up here as well. So that is setting off the kind of the greenery of the plants. And then the white dot for the white AB, and that one there is quite a lot of because there were 2 bags. I do see in quite a lot of places. So that's around here and up there, just scattered everywhere really. And very importantly, in this mirror to make it glow and help give it that kind of ghostly feel. That is very cool. And then my fairy dust drills, I've got an orange anchor and a blue downwards arrow. So straight away I see some anchors around here. I'd love to know how they decide whether to chart with fairy dust or AB drills or whatever. I mean, I think they always do a great job with it. I tend to just go exactly with the charting, and I never feel personally that I can improve on it because my mind doesn't work that way. But I'd love to know how they're making that decision that, oh, this one would be really good in a fairy dust drill or whatever it might be. Anyway, I digress. There's more anchors over that side. Oops, just knocked the sticker sheet off. And, oh, outlining this apple. And then all through this section as well. And I think that's some more right up in the corner. So there's quite a lot of the orange fairy dust drill. And then the blue downwards arrow. There's some bits here, 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 here. Scattered all over the place, I think that one. Mostly in that top half. I don't think I see any down here. So there you go. That's where they all go. So what do you think? Did anyone else buy this one? Are you like me? Are you someone who maybe it isn't your typical style, but for some reason it drew you in? I think it's going to be gorgeous. I am looking at all the black colour blocking now and thinking it's going to be a little bit of a labour of love. I'll just have to hope I can derive my enjoyment from getting through it quickly. Get stuck in with the longest multi-placer I can manage and just try and whiz through it because it is quite intense in places. But I definitely will enjoy it working up quickly as a result. Okay, well, thank you for taking a look at this with me, and I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please consider liking the video and subscribing if you haven't already to my channel, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.